Asama Kwepa DA, Adwaitil DA, and SRAFA Methodist Basic Schools. The contestants will now introduce themselves, starting from Asama. Please ensure your microphone. Welcome to the contest. There are 5 rounds in this contest. Round 1 is general knowledge. Round 2 is the speed race. Round 3 is the problem of the day. And round 4, the true or false. And round 5, the riddle. In round 1, the questions are testing your understanding of scientific concepts and theory. Contestants have 15 seconds to answer a question that do not demand calculation, and 30 seconds for questions that demand calculation. You have only 2 attempts. If the school is unsuccessful, the question is thrown to other schools for bonus. The first school to answer the bonus question correctly gets 1 point, or have 1 point deducted if the answer is incorrect. Bonus attempts will only be made available to the first school that will try. The deduction is made to deter schools from deliberately blocking other schools attempting to answer the bonus question. Contestants, do you understand the rules? Good luck. The questions will start from Asama Kwepa. Your major question: what property describes how easily a material can be stretched into a wire without breaking? That is incorrect. That is also incorrect. Oh no. It's an activity. That is correct. Question 2. Admitting. What is the process of a solid changing directly into gas pods? Bonus. I will not give this answer because you are expected to draw my attention. This will be your final word. Let's give them 1 point. The correct answer is stabilization. You beat your table to draw my attention. Okay? Next time, I will give you the points. The correct answer is application. That is correct. SRAFA Methodist, your major question. What is the term for a material that allows heat or electricity to flow through easily? That is correct. Asama, your major question. What that do animals and plants perform to release carbon dioxide?
Respiration.
That is correct. Essential tenants. What process uses sunlight to convert carbon dioxide in water into glucose and oxygen? That is correct. The third round of questions. Asana. You might want to take your pen because it's calculation. What is the result of multiplying a person's debt of 50 cedis by 3, representing debt as a negative integer?
Negative 47.
That is incorrect. Oh no, let's fix that. Negative 1 after that. Admitting. A submarine is at negative 200 meters. If it moves down another 150 meters, what is its new position?
Negative 350.
That is correct. Asia. The stock market dropped by 25 points on Monday and then dropped another 15 points on Tuesday. What is the total change in points? That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Bonus.
Negative 40.
Bonus. Audience. The correct answer is negative 40. He said negative 40. I ignored because I have something to draw my attention because it is a bonus. So I was expecting you to draw my attention again and then mention 40. Please, what do we do for them? Do we teach them or we ignore?
Ignore for punishment.
We gave a chance to Asana and gave them the point. To be fair, we would also give the same chance to Adwaichi. If you make that mistake again, I wouldn't mind you. I would also give the same chance to Ekumfi when they answer the wrong question without trying to attention. From there, if any school answers the bonus without trying to attention, I will not give the mark and I will nullify that question. I hope it is clear and said. We have two other questions for this round. Asana, your major question. Express the fraction 3/5 as a decimal. That is correct.
Use the microphone.
0.6. That is correct. Admitting. Express the fraction 7/20 as a decimal. That is correct. Oh, let's start from the your measurements. Express the fraction 11/25 as a decimal. Come again. That is correct. Let's do it. Okay, next time. Asama, your major person. What is the name of the program structure where instructions are executed in the order they are written? What is the name of the program structure where instructions are executed in the order they are written? No. Bonus. Yes, okay. The answer is sequence. Admitting. What is the program structure that uses conditions like if, then, else to decide which instruction to execute? Bonus. Efficient. No. Peter said the correct answer is selection. But do not only one. So efficient minus 1. Alright. The last question. And that will put the major question to efficient. Last question of the round. What is the name for a programming structure that repeats a block of code, such as for a while or loop? That is correct. We have come to the end of round 1. Special Maternity had 13 points. We have come to round 2, the speed race. Questions are thrown to all schools, and the first to answer correctly gets 3 points. Should the answer be incorrect, the other two are given the opportunity to answer the question for 2 points. If correct, incorrect answer will attract a penalty of -1 for only the bonus. Sorry, incorrect answer for both major and bonus is -1 because it is a speed race. So if you do not know, don't drop the chances of other schools. Question 1. This is the longest part of the digestive tube, where most digestion and absorption of nutrients in the bloodstream take place. Yes, Adwetini. That is correct. Question 2. These are pointed, cone-shaped teeth situated next to inside. Yes, that's a man. That is correct. Question 3. In the algebraic expression 3y plus 7, the letter y represents an unknown value. What is the general name for this symbol?
Variable.
Yes, Ataman. Variable, that is correct.
They went when they were speaking. I was they could have given consent.
Question 4. The net received from Ataman will attract -1. You tap on the desk to inform us. Question 4. Add the 2 light pens in the expression and write the simplified result. 7x minus 2x plus 4. What is the final simplified expression? As we see here.
5x minus 1.
That is incorrect. Bonus.
5x
-1 for Ataman. He did that.
They did.
He did. Ataman, don't cause problem for me. That is correct. 5x plus 4. Final question in this round. A school replaces filament box with lead box in the classroom. Explain why this decision reduces electricity consumption. Yes, I do.
The old one will consume much electricity.
That is correct. We have come to the end of round 2. You had a correct answer is 2 points. Yes. This is B. Sorry, the correct answer is 3. Yes. And incorrect is -1. Okay. Another one you have. Wait. The first question was small intestine, and that question Adwoju answered it correctly. The second question was canine, and that question Asaman answered it correctly. The third question was variable.
Bonus.
It was a bonus question.
Bonus.
Because Asia tried first and had it wrong. So having it correct to give them 2 points. You get it? Yes. The next question was 5x plus 4. That one too, Asia tried first. He had 5x minus 4. And Asaman got 5x minus plus 4. Was bonus. And then the last one, lead box uses less electricity, or the old box uses more electricity. Adwoju had it correct. So, come again. Asia had 2 incorrect. There was a question. There was somebody who answered the variable and had it incorrect. It was Asia. Yes.
They were. He mentioned without tapping.
I don't interrupt.
Yes. So later he tapped and answered. So they didn't answer.
It should be a major question.
Straight for them.
Yes. For the variable. Yes. So as a man, you would have variable 3, 5x minus 4, 2, and canine 2. So it is 7 points. They had 1 incorrect answer, so you will have -1. You agree?
Yeah.
That is the 5x minus 4. Are we all okay?
Excellent.
All right. Round 3. Problem of the day. Contestants, you are required to solve a single question within 10 minutes. The question is worth 10 points. When you get your paper, write the name of your school on top and solve the questions below. Do not start with until you are told to do so. You may begin.
Who's the winner? 46 points.
Correct. Asama, 10 out of 10. Agreed. Water, they represented it by 1 is equal to 12 plus 3, 8. However, instead of 8, they wrote 3. I'll give them 1. B, the amount of liters, 24. That is correct. H ounce, the coefficient is 3. That is correct. They wrote 3 ounce instead of only 3. So I'll give them 1. Inequality is 12 plus 3x. They wrote x greater than 20. 0. Aggregate, you have 4 and half. Asia. Equation for the amount of water after 8 hours. 8 hours is equal to 12 plus 3. That is incorrect. B. Amount of water after 3 hours, 24 liters. That is correct. The coefficient of H, they wrote 15H. If it was 3H, I would have given them 1. But 15H, that is incorrect. Inequality for water being more than 20 should be 12 plus 3H or 3H greater than 20. They wrote HH greater than 20. That is also incorrect. Asia had 2 and half. Yes, wait. I gave 1 on the pretext that they got the number correct. Wait, allow me. We discussed this before coming, and that is also happening in all other sentences. I cannot change that as of now. The coefficient is supposed to be a single number, not even a letter. So if there is anything behind it, it's no more a coefficient. Now, wait. The question stated HHH. You do not have this. I have it here. So if you wrote 3HHH, I gave it to you because the coefficient is 3. And I didn't give you the full mark, which is 2.5. I gave 1 for recognizing that that aspect has to do with the coefficient. When you are marking mathematics, we have the method and then we have the final answer. He got the method correct and the final answer wrong. I hope it is clear. So the method is where he is getting 1, and the final answer is where he lost the 1.5. Yes. Then on the question paper, the H is not even 1, it's 3. H. You get it? Alright, thank you.
Time for substitution. If any school wants to substitute, now is the time. Any substitution? Asama, Agreed, Ezekiel. Okay. Let's have Ezekiel. The objective for deducting points is to stop contestants from guessing. A question is thrown to the schools with the same rule. If the first school declines to answer, the first school to ring the bell gets the opportunity to answer for bonus. You have 15 seconds. Asama, your major question. Transpiration is the process by which plants releases water vapor through their leaves and it contributes to water cycle. True or false? That is correct. Agree.
On it and off it.
Okay, on it. Is it off?
Make it fabulous.
Tap it now. Tap it. Off it.
Off it and listen.
Off it. Oh, let's go off the man. Okay, and this one.
What do I do?
Your major question. Precipitation only occurs in the form of rain, not snow, sleet, or hail. True or false? That is correct. Equation mathematics. Surface runoff occurs when rainwater flows over land into rivers and streams instead of soaking into the soil. True or false? That is correct. You might want to take your pen, please. Asama, your major question. The fraction 3/4 is equivalent to the decimal 0.75. True or false? That is incorrect. 3/5 is the same as 0.7. Admitting. A percentage is always expressed out of thousands. True or false? False. That is correct. Equation. The fraction 3/5 is a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. True or false? That is correct. Asama, a trader bought a shirt for 8 Ghana cedis and sold it for 60 The original price of the item before the discount was 280 Ghana cedis. True or false?
False.
That is correct. A student scored 54 out of 90 in the test. Expressing this as a percentage gives a score of 60%. True or false? That is correct. We have come to the end of round 4. We are now entering the final round of the second contest, which is the riddle. At the end of round 4, are we okay? All right. Our correct answer is 2. Yes, 2. This is true or false. So a correct answer is 2. And incorrect is -1. If you don't know it, you don't talk. Yes. Come again.
Yeah, so minus, yeah.
They have one correct and two incorrect. So that's
1 correct and 2 incorrect.
that's it.
0.
Yes, it will cancel out. Please, any other issues? All right. We are now moving to the fifth and final round. However, at the end of round 4, Asaman had nil. Abdul had 6 points. Eslisha had 6 points. Let's start for them. Now, the money zone. This final round,
Look here, and I say, ma. Wait a minute, I know,
a total of 15 points at stake. Round 5, riddles. There are 3 riddles in this round. Each riddle is open to all schools. A series of clues to each riddle is given, and the first clue to answer, and the school is allowed to ring a bell to answer. In this case, you make a tap on your table as fast as you can. Please, let me hear from Asana. Make a tap, let me hear. Adwiji, Eslisha. If the answer is wrong, that school can no longer compete for that particular person, and the quiz master gives more clues for the benefit of the other schools. Answering on the first clue gives 5 points. Second clue gives 4 points. Thereafter, 3 points. Contestants, let's listen to the first reader. I am brittle when dropped. I do not conduct electricity. Agreed. That is incorrect. Okay. Asama. That is incorrect. The correct answer, ceramics. I am brittle when dropped. So each two will get -1. I do not conduct electricity. I am used for cars and cars. I am made from clay and heated in a kiln. The correct answer is ceramics. The bonus is only one. They should have allowed me to read and finish. However, they ring the bell to answer. So they also got -1.
No, it was a different answer. The last question didn't answer anything.
Wait. If we have to do that, then we don't need to deduct. We deduct to stop
No,
you
it
from
was
getting.
hasn't answered at all. So you should have then continue reading for them to answer. That was a mistake. It was an error. It was an error.
Wait.
You could have continued for them to answer. But they have not run at all.
The rule here is this. Let's listen very carefully. It doesn't sit well. I will notify this person and add another riddle to make it still complete. If the answer is wrong, that school can no longer compete for that particular person. In this case, Agreji can no longer compete.
Yes.
The person is now left for Asama and Equasia.
And then she also got it to
The quiz master gives more clues for the benefit of the other schools. Answering on the first clue 5 points, second clue 4 points, and third clue 3 points. Now, Asama wanted to answer on the second clue. Meanwhile, the first one has already come, and this is the second attempt. It means we have exhausted it. Each question has only 2 attempts, the major attempt and the bonus attempt. So it was open to both Especia and Asama. And before I could read the next clue, Asama tapped to answer. So on the bonus, Asama tried and had it wrong.
Oh, okay.
So they are deducted for not allowing Especia to try.
That's all.
Yes. So if you do not know, don't try, because if you try and you block somebody, you'll be deducted. If you had allowed me to finish, you could have earned 3 points. Are we okay? Riddle number 2. I begin in the math with chewing. Yes, that is correct for 5 points. Riddle number 3 and the final riddle. 5 points at stake. I found the difference between numbers. That is correct. Let me see. We have come to the end of round 5. Let's give it to them.
Hey, Ronaldo. Ronaldo. This is CR7 goal. Substitute goal, passing. Hey.
All too soon, we have come to the end of the contest. Let's clap for them again. They've done marvelously well. At the end of round 5, Asaman had -1. Adweji -1. Efrisia 10 points. At the end of the final contest, Asaman had 23 points. Let's clap for them. It's done well. Adweji 25.5. Efrisia 30.5. On that note, I declare Efrisia as winner for the second contest. Adweji, you have 25.5, and it is highly likely that you may qualify for the quarter final. Keep your fingers crossed and hope better to prepare for the quarter final. Asaman, I'm quite surprised at how you ended up having negative 1 to 2 and 4 and 5, because only 2 points you could have won the competition. Better luck next time, and hope to see you in next year's competition. Thank you all.
All right, and the second contest now, baby, and shockingly, from the CEO Ronaldo of SOC Methodist Basic School, a lady came in to score 10 points for SOC for them to emerge winners, and it's shocking. See, 2 contests, and the first contest, Youngsters Future Foundation Institute, was the first, and second contest, SOC Methodist Basic School, emerging with 30 strong points. You better massive break. You may have my best with the next contest. Thank you. Bye bye.